Pilot sounds good.
What you end up doing today?
Well, before I set this all up, funny thing, my kid, he's like huge on like Pokemon,
Yeah.
and we have Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon, and each one has like a different type of season. So I was like, oh, we just got home. I was like, oh, what do you want to watch? I'm gonna be busy, and he's like, put Pokemon on. I was like, okay, which one? He goes, the one on Amazon. I was like, what the fuck?
How does he know that?
You're fucking 3 years old. And so like when you go to I have a smart TV, so when you click on the thing, it has all the apps. And I was like, show me. And he goes and points over at the smiley face. He goes, it's the smiley face. I was like, dude, this kid is just like,
he's advanced.
that, and I don't like to be that kind of parent that's like, my kid's so freaking smart.
No, the little one's smart.
I just think he's like those kids that have like autism and they're like really like they're like high functioning autism where they're like really good at like one thing. I feel like he has like some sort of onset autism, and I'm not trying to make fun of him, but like when you try to talk to him, you can't look at him in the eyes. Like he can't stare. Yeah, he doesn't focus on you. So like he's a happy kid. So like I don't like really like focus too much on it. But before he was 2 years old, he was naming 70 of the original 150 Pokemon.
Yeah, he, like all the ones he has, he tells me the names of them.
Yeah, and then he'll even ask, what type is this? I was like, bro, that's not important. I didn't care until I was 17 what type Pokemon were.
Start EV training.
Yeah, man.
Dude, the first time I met him, he was just throwing all these Pokemon at me.
Yeah, he was like...
I was like, damn. This kid's awesome.
Yeah, he's a little extra firm.
Your kids are awesome.
Thank you, guys.
Me and her, we were having a beer. We were waiting for you, and there was this couple in front of us. I know. Did you notice it first or me?
You noticed it first.
So I know. Well, I just heard like a loud, like I don't know if he was trying to give his cup back to the bartender, but he ended up pushing it off the fucking stool.
Oh,
and he was with his date, so like it fell. It fell and spilled. And I'm like, fuck,
dude.
he's embarrassed right now.
How awkward, man.
And I was telling
his butt cheeks are all clenched.
Yeah,
probably.
dude, you could tell he was embarrassed just by his like facial expression.
Dude, like he like probably didn't know what to do with his hands. He was like,
and his chick.
And meanwhile, we're like literally me and Brian in the back.
In the back, we're just staring.
Audience, like,
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude.
I was telling Stephanie back in high school when I was dating. The first time we went.
Wait, we're not doing like last names right in here, right?
Fuck, I should have said.
You should. Well, you know what? It's fine.
Whatever.
I mean, there's so many.
It's true.
I just don't think.
Whatever. Yeah.
Have in the shows, you should have like the beeps, like the bleeps.
You know what?
do that.
Like now we're gonna
Okay,
gonna retro do this. So now like at this point,
names,
but see like at this point in the conversation, we don't even know who we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Anyways,
The beep's gonna go.
we went. Well, I went.
Or really quick, should it be like the kind like when you're like people are getting like in gangs and they're like snitching their gang out, instead of doing the bleep, it just goes silent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like words.
Yeah,
that'd be
okay.
cool too.
I think we're gonna go silent.
Can I finish my
Yeah,
story?
sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead, Brian.
Cool. Anyways, I was telling
You were
her-
dating Bleep.
Yeah, I was dating Bleep, and I went to dinner with her parents for the first time to El Torito.
Oh, that's a great place.
Yeah, it's fucking delicious. And I was telling her
Being
once the food
sarcastic,
came
I hate
out,
Mexican food.
I spilled my fucking big ass mug of Coke everywhere.
Fuck, how old are you? You're still drinking Coke
I don't know.
at a
You
dinner?
gotta be underage.
You
Oh,
were
yeah.
You had to be
Yeah, I
underage,
was in high
right?
school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I would have been like, yo,
Coca.
yeah, I'd be
Okay.
like, yo, suegro, cómprame un cerveza. Something,
Yeah.
dude.
It was fucking hilarious. Check something.
Speaking of going to bars, I was talking to, I was at the warehouse yesterday, and there's a gay dude there, Brian.
Uh-huh. Oh,
His name's Brian. You remember Brian?
Yeah,
Brian,
he
Brian?
used to work at
at
with you
the
guys, but
warehouse,
then he
yeah,
started
and then he
working-
moved over. I think he lives in Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I was like asking him, I was like, hey, I have a question. We just acquired a new friend in the group, so it's a girl, and I was talking to Casey that our group is like really diverse. I mean, we have Casey, she's a female, Asian, and Mexican, so like we checked
Like
so
she
many
is?
boxes. Yeah, she's Chinese and Mexican.
Huh. That's
Yeah.
why I noticed she was able to pronounce tortillas and
Yeah.
like all that shit. I was like,
Yeah, she can
Who's
speak about
mom?
3 languages.
Is it her dad?
Her mom.
Her mom?
Her mom's from China.
and her dad's beaner.
Well, that's not very nice, but I think I believe he was born here. He was born here though.
Okay.
I think that's what she
She's
told me.
brown.
So he's very, you know what? He's kind of like, he's sun-kissed, like the kind of color people would pay for.
Yeah.
That's kind of what he likes. likes. That's the color of his skin. But anyways, I digress. So I was talking to Casey about it. Like, we've checked so many boxes. Like,
Yeah.
Cody's white, like we're all pretty brown, but like, like we're really diverse. And now with her coming in, Casey was like, what we're missing a gay black dude. And I was like, we need a gay black dude in our group,
That's hilarious. They're fun.
So and I've had gay friends before, but like, we haven't had a gay friend together. So I'm telling Brian, because from experience, he's gay, and I was like, hey man, so I'm in a predicament. Like, we want a gay friend, but how do we approach a gay dude without it being weird? Like, not that like, oh, we're afraid of like him thinking we're coming on to him, because that just makes us narcissistic. We're definitely not afraid of a gay dude coming on to us, because that made me feel better about my, like who I am as a person. But like, how do you approach that? Because then we're weirdos.
Honestly, you just go up to him and be like, hey man, like, doing a podcast, I really like if I can include you, like, can I get to know you? Just be straight up.
But I mean, like, where? Like, do we go to a Starbucks?
No,
or do we, like, where do we
wherever.
find them?
Honestly,
I think it just has to come to us.
Just, yeah, exactly. If you go someplace and you see, like, hey, dude, like, that dude looks cool, and you go for it, and then,
Yeah. I don't know. It was tough. And, like, he wasn't upset. He wasn't offended. But he's just like, you're making it weird by, like, forcing a gay guy to be in a group. Like, he probably wouldn't want to be in your group.
Or if anything, like, have me or Casey approach somebody. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
like,
a lot, like,
they'll be our
it's a lot-
wingmen to get the gay dudes
Exactly.
to be our
It's a
friends.
lot easier and simpler to have a girl approach a gay guy if it's not, like...
Yeah. Or maybe we should, like, have you guys scout and then just, like, I found one. And
I
then
know
you just
plenty of
just bring it.
people.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, now that you know us, do you think they would be compatible with us?
Yeah. Hell
Think so?
yeah.
I mean, you can call us, like, weirdos. It's cool.
I'm
'Cause
a
we
weirdo-
are.
I'm a weirdo too.
All right.
You guys just don't. You guys haven't seen that side yet.
Yeah, it's only been, what, like a week and a half?
Yeah. I was telling Stephanie too, like a random story. I was telling because my friend, she's a hairstylist and whatever, and she was saying that how like she hates macho dudes.
Like,
Like,
what?
she hates macho guys.
Macho guys.
Yeah, and I was
Oh.
telling her that whole story about like, oh, you would fucking laughed if you would have heard our conversation that me and my buddies had. Like, you go somewhere and your girl's trying to get you into a fight. Like, whoa, man.
Yeah. She volunteers you for something you're
She
not ready for.
volunteers you for
I
something.
volunteer tribute.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get my ass whooped.
Yeah, right. She'd
Like-
just be like, fuck you. My boyfriend will fuck you up. Like,
Like,
I'm sorry,
no.
what did she do?
What did
I'm
she-
sorry.
Can I
It's
buy you a
my
drink?
fault. You know,
It's my
Can I
fault.
buy you a drink? Do
Can
you
I
want to
buy
touch your butt? I'll send you a nude. Just if we can be cool, we'll figure it out
I
later.
don't want to fight.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm not a
Not built,
hothead
this
no
body
more.
is not built for
No.
fighting. It's barely built for working. More built for
Barely,
like
the very minimum.
bare minimum.
Honestly, when you
Made for
guys- when
comfort,
you guys
not
said
speed.
that, I was really surprised.
Really?
That we're
Yeah.
bitches or what?
No,
That's
that,
true.
like, that
That's
a girl
true.
would like throw you into a fight.
Oh
No, we're not-
yeah.
yeah. No, we would fall apart under pressure like
Oh.
like
I
that.
think
Yeah.
For
personally, 'cause
sure.
I've never done that myself, but I've never heard of like another girl that I've known doing that. So when you guys told me that,
Okay, no, go ahead.
No, yeah, no. It's
No.
been like we used to see that shit all the time.
yeah.
I was telling her these couple of stories, like, cause you know how we have like the hots for like cholas, like secretly.
Cholos.
So
man,
I was
got a soft
telling
spot.
her.
If my
I-
son's
I-
listening to this in like 10 years,
I was
hey
telling,
boy, if cholas don't exist in 10 years, I got pictures to show you what they look like.
dude, I was telling her, for a little while I was actually dating some girl, but she was like, what would you call it, dominant?
Dominant.
Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
she would like, I would like I was giving her example, like I'd be at a restaurant, like, oh, like what are you gonna get? I'm like, oh, probably number 17, and then so the waiter would come in like, oh yeah, he'll have number 17. I'll have like she took charge and like
She's like, no, you know what? You're not gonna like that. It has onions. You're gonna want a number
yeah,
7.
shit
Okay,
like
mommy.
that,
You
or
don't
like,
want 'em grilled.
like yeah, and then
Con tortillas. okay?
little simple stuff like we'd go to the movies or stuff like I'd give her like my card back and she'd go and get the tickets for me and stuff like that. Or she was also saying like she gave an example like, oh, you didn't like that, and then she'd call the waiter. She'd call the waiter.
My ex, like,
Yeah.
Oh.
They would complain about something.
Oh,
or, oh, I
no.
didn't want this. I'd be like, oh, excuse me. Like, you
No,
know, this
no,
wasn't
no, no.
right.
I don't complain. If I can't see the kitchen,
Mhm.
I won't complain.
Not
'Cause-
No,
even,
I'm
not
just
even
saying,
about
like-
complaining, but like if there's something that
Well, because think
wasn't
about
right.
it. But think about it. You have a waitress coming to you. You see the waitress. The waitress, if it's a girl, I'm not saying like generalizing like all girls blow things out of proportion. But even when I worked in retail, I was like, okay, cool. You want to do a return? Yeah, whatever, blah blah. And they leave, and I'm over here talking shit. And I blew it out of proportion because it was a story. Now think about you're telling this girl, it's kind of cold, right? And she grabs your food, turns around, goes to the kitchen, and says, "Yeah, fucking customer over there says this shit was way too cold."
I was just
The
talking.
point- the
And
point
all
I'm
he
trying
has to do, he
get
goes, "Oh yeah, does he like duck butter?" And just gets a
point-
good
the
scoop
point I
and
was-
just
get at is like, let's say I'm with my dude and we're having dinner, right? And he's like, oh, you know, like, not even complaining about the food. He's like, hey, like, oh, I don't have like any silverware. Like, and he's kind of like just in his shell. Like,
Oh, yeah?
"Any
I got-
silverware?" And then I'm the
No,
one that's
but
like, oh,
it's just
excuse
a
me.
fact-
Like, excuse me, like, oh, he doesn't have any silverware. Can I get him
Just the
silverware?
fact that it's sexy
Oh.
that girl does that and shit.
Or, you know, I
okay.
don't
Yeah.
have this. I don't have napkins. Oh, like, can I get some napkins? You know what I mean?
I see
'Cause,
what you
okay,
mean.
And
so-
it's,
And then when you got a guy bullying you, like, I'll get my girlfriend whoop your ass.
And then I was telling you this one other story that I had to be careful with this one. I was working.
Remember, we're bleeping names.
Well, it's very. Oh,
And
okay.
we'll bleep workplaces too.
Yeah. So I was at
Yeah,
work.
'cause I
I
can
used
get
to
fired.
work at this one spot, and I was dating a coworker that we hired, and
Like dating, like seeing her after 11:30, or like
no, like
daily.
now he has to think
Hold
about
on.
it.
in the middle. In the
Okay.
middle.
Okay.
Like,
Did you guys like go house on dinner?
yeah.
Okay,
No.
you guys weren't dating
No,
then.
okay.
No, you guys.
Let me finish. you made me. Now you made me.
I mean, I
think.
know you, so like when
I
I hear
know.
dating, I'm like,
Okay. Anyways.
Okay, yeah, go
So-
ahead. Sorry.
We both work together, and it's retail, and like, you know, customer service. You know, you help people out.
Yeah.
And I was helping a customer out, and she was a girl. You know, I was being really friendly, just helping her out and stuff. And then she's like, come here. But she had her nails done. She looked all like a little bit of like hood chola and shit. And shit's sexy, cute as fuck.
I'm wearing
You
pink
know, it's
shorts.
like-
Careful.
Like, she has her nails done. She's like, pointing, like, come here with her cute ass nails. I'm like, what's up? And she's like, don't you ever flirt with a girl in front of me. And I was like, what? And I got pissed off. Like, I said all this stuff, and then and I was telling her,
That's
I
where you
was like,
fucked
I was
up.
like,
You
look,
said stuff.
no. And I was like, damn, low key, that was fucking sexy.
You're over there getting
I
hot.
was like,
Your jeans are
fuck.
getting
Like,
tight.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
like,
fuck.
damn, that's fucking sexy. Just like her old attitude towards me, like
Yeah,
her
whole
saying shit.
demeanor.
Like,
was like,
he's mine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was like, and then I
ooh.
told her, I was like, hey, let's go in the back real quick and talk about it. No, so we went in the back where we keep all of our stuff, and we just, oh
Just
my
like, hey,
god,
Touch my bulge.
I was just like,
Touch my bulge.
I
You're
just-
over there. No, get back to work. You're like pressing yourself against like
Dude.
shoe boxes.
And then one time I'd come into work all stressed out and blah blah blah. I like just have attitude and shit. And she'll be like in the back doing something, and then she's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Oh, nothing. I'm just in a bad mood." And she'll come here, and like she'll like just give me a big old nice kiss and shit like that. I'm like, fuck,
Damn.
that shit's sexy.
You had it made in the shade, bro. Shoot, until you gotta go to like her family parties and meet her Theos and shit.
Nah.
Like,
This
who-
other girl,
who's this guy? Why is his pants so tight?
right? Who's this faggot?
We're gonna bleep that last one.
Yeah. Fuck, but
Oh man, what about you, Steph? I know you date cholos.
I've never dated a cholo.
No.
I think she's the same thing with
No.
us. Like we were attracted to that.
Honestly, I'm not even like if
You don't have a soft spot for like a loser. Not that cholos are like a loser type of person. They're not losers. It's just like a niche group of like, I don't know, like
do you
you know,
mean?
like psychobillies. Like let's say like psychobillies.
yeah,
for example.
hell yeah. Like I like a dude
Dirty
that's
punks.
like good at
Dirty
putting me in my place.
Hash
when
kid.
when
Are
I'm
those still
being-
around?
When I'm being like a bitch or I'm having an attitude, I like a guy who's gonna put me in my place, you know, because I'm the type of
Ooh.
chick that I'm gonna put you in your place when something is bothering me, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think the type of men I've dated is when I do put them in my
Shots fired. Damn,
when
did you
I
hear those
do-
bullet
cases
When I
with the
do put
gun?
them in their place, they get offensive and they think of it as I'm belittling them or I'm
Demasculating.
them.
Yeah.
So
Well, like not necessarily that. Like okay, like chola. Just the look gets me warm. You know what I mean? But like you don't have like a type of dude that like kind
So you're
of
just talking like appearance wise.
yeah, like appearance wise, like a bro. Like you know
but
what I mean?
it's kind of different
bro
because
sort of?
because I talk about appearance, but then also in an attitude way.
No,
'Cause
I get
of-
the attitude, but
Yeah.
like let's say you're like walking down the street. I don't know if anybody walks anymore, but like let's say you're driving and like you're at a stoplight, right? And like this bro's coming out of like I don't know, like a SRH store,
yeah.
and you're
Yeah,
just kind of
of
like, damn, look at
course.
that fool. But like, that's what I'm saying. What type of dude or like
white boy.
not yeah, well, not
I
like a
don't
white boy.
Uh,
I'm saying
sorry,
like
I don't
like you know how
white
like you have
boys.
groups like you got like
Okay,
people that have
like
like a
your
psychobilly
skaters,
look.
your
A look,
psychobilly-
like a
yeah.
look. I guess is there a look that you'll never like be with, but like you know, get your rocks off? No, damn.
No, there's
Okay.
definitely a
Open
type.
market.
I like a type where I mean I'm super like horned up, turned on.
Ooh,
If you're all tatted and you have like a particular style to you,
yeah.
I'm just like fuck. Like I'm, you know.
Okay.
She likes a bad boy.
I'm just
She likes a
like,
bad boy.
You like a bad
so,
boy. Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
Like he opens
I've-
the ketchup
I've
on
been
the
with-
side that
I've
doesn't
been
say
with
open
that
here.
type of guy before,
Yeah.
and it was not a pleasant experience.
See, and that's what I'm saying. Like with cholas, you just know you can't be with them. You just gotta ride them till the batteries run out.
Drama and you
Yeah.
know there's
But
gonna be,
low
you know
key-
there's gonna be drama.
Low key,
Yeah.
yeah, there's gonna be shitload, but they got your back though.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like homegirl has your
Wish
back.
I had a man
Like,
that
I
had
was
my
with a
back.
dude, I was with a guy and all tatted, you know, my total package, and he was fucking crazy. And after you know,
Yeah.
we stopped seeing each other because I was, you know, moving on. He like, there, I'm gonna shoot up your house, and I'm gonna do this.
Oh
and,
shit.
You know, and it's kinda
Hood
like,
bad boy. Yeah.
That's
So-
too
You
bad.
know, and
I mean,
Bad
Ario
boys,
knows
bad
what's up
boys.
back in the days, and like, girls used to be attracted to me because I was a bad boy and shit like
Yeah.
that. But
He was so bad. I mean, one day he'll tell the story, but
it was just.
he shouldn't have been in high school anymore.
Yeah.
He was ready. He was ready to go, and girls
Fuck.
were. They got girls.
It sucks though, 'cause I was saying like,
Dude, he had so many like on back order, and he's just like,
hey
"Yeah,
man,
dude."
hey man.
What?
I'm
what?
pretty sure
No, this
I
is-
doubt
I don't,
that.
This
I'm
is-
trying to get burnt right
No,
now.
I'm not trying to get burned, but it's just like you were such a good guy. You gave him to me because your boy over here was,
You know what? I'm like,
didn't have a cell phone. What?
I'm kind of like over that whole bad boy look.
Yes.
But if you
Because we're
could-
maturing.
No, but if like what really turns me on is that if we're somewhere and a guy hits on me, if
Dang,
you're gonna if you're
that
gonna,
shit comes out.
if
ooh.
you're gonna go up
My
and be
bad boy
like,
will
hey
come
yo,
out.
like this is my girl,
Yeah.
and like stand up for me, that is like
Cause
like it's over.
Get 'em up.
I'm just
Get 'em
like,
up.
let's go home. Like
Yeah.
let's go somewhere. But
me and Ario know each other's.
see, you can look like a bad boy, but if you're gonna stand up for your lady, that's
Yeah.
and like stand up and you know claim her, that's something completely different.
See,
Okay.
with that being
Okay.
said, now like it goes to like me and Ario know each other's backs, so it's like the back of our hands. Like we know how we used to be back in the day, but
I know his body.
exactly now, I hate when someone has to. Well, it's just annoying when someone is attracted to me just for my appearance, but they don't know I'm a fucking nerd.
Yeah.
When they
Oh,
finally find out I'm a
man,
fucking
dude.
nerd, they're like, "What the
They
hell?
ditch,
This dude's
yeah.
fucking weird."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah,
Bro, when
I
I was
fucking watch anime fucking all day." And
a full-time job.
yeah,
no,
it's my full time fucking job.
I
Like,
no,
I'm
I
a fucking
remember
nerd.
when I got the garage. When I first got the garage,
yeah.
I was a free spirit for a little while. I mean, I was a garage. It wasn't attached to the house. I was
Yeah.
in and out. I just got my wings, you know, so I was flying everywhere, and like you know, I played Mr. Cool Guy. I had the nice watch. I smelled good.
Oh,
I
yeah,
had
I
my
remember.
faux hawk. Now my
Wait,
hair
was
when I
that
get out of the
when
shower.
You were a district.
No. That was, dude. I was. Fuck,
Cause
this
I
was
remember you having those
I didn't-
watches when you were in the district.
that. Yeah, but this was. I had like a few before that.
Okay.
Yeah, this was before. This was
Okay,
before the
before that.
club. Yeah.
Okay.
But I remember like you know I looked the part. Girls were all like, "Oh, that's cool," and then like we'd go back and this is you know what's funny? It was like when Netflix barely transitioned from DVDs where they did both. If they didn't have the streaming available, you had to
Okay.
mail it. Okay,
Yeah.
so it was
Redbox?
literally Netflix and wait before it was chill.
Yeah.
But the Redbox was around, but like it sucked. But I would bring them back. Like you know, I had my PS3. We'd put like DVDs on. You know, watch like Pulp Fiction or whatever. But when I remember when they would come in and like all this shit on the walls for anybody that's watching, like it was shit like this, dude. And
Yeah,
then
I
like I had all
remember.
my comics,
wait, you have
my
a bunk bed.
Pokemon. No. No, you know what? I didn't even have a bed yet, dude. I had a couch. I had a big old sectional that I got
Okay.
from my cousin, which wasn't. I had to put sheets on it because they were like banging on it, so there were stains everywhere. It's pretty gross.
Nice.
But it was
Like a
before.
futon.
It was before.
Your
No, it
black-
wasn't a futon. It was a sectional. It was a big old L.
Fuck, man, I can't remember.
The L. The reason I remember it was an L was because it was for love. It was my love couch.
Oh my
But no, I remember they would like. I hated it. I would sit them down, you know, and like they were distracted. They would just like do this, look around, and I think I had something like this set up over there, and just like this is fool's a
Yeah.
fucking. It's a big kid. I was
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
do you want to go back in the backseat of my car again? Like, let's make love on the love couch.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
nah, I think that was probably the worst part was like when someone really gets to know you
Yeah.
and they're disappointed that you're a nerd.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like whatever, man.
Whatever,
We'll just
man.
be together forever. Fuck.
I guess if somebody really gets to know you, and if they don't like you,
Oh,
obviously.
fuck that.
Because there's a difference between physically, of course,
Oh.
always. Like,
Oh,
it's
for
even
sure.
super, like, it's, even nowadays, like, it's all outer appearance, sadly.
Yeah,
It is.
because
it really
it's
is.
with Tinder and Bumble and all that. It's
Mhm.
about the fast hookup and
Yeah.
That
and
shit
that's
sc-
it.
that- dude, honestly, that like scares me.
Getting set up twice in one day. It's all good.
Scares me. Have you guys seen that episode of Black Mirror?
Dude,
That's just fucking depressing.
I haven't started
shit
it
is
yet.
so
I've been trying to
sad.
start it.
Good.
Well,
Chill,
one of
sad
the-
boy.
Chill,
Yeah.
sad boy 909 over here.
Yeah, I know. The only one episode I saw, it got me fucking sad. I
Which
was
one
like,
was it?
I think where it's like you re-watch old memories or some shit like that.
Oh, that one
shit
was
was
good.
fucking
And his
fuck
lady was
me.
cheating on him.
Okay, so let me get the idea because I've watched like reviews. Is it supposed to be kind of like a
The Twilight Zone,
You
there's
know
different
Okay, that's what I was gonna say.
Dude,
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Because there
Oh
was
my
two.
God.
Okay, because I watched this thing that like The Simpsons had copied. Well, not copied. They reimagined episodes on the Twilight Zone that were better than the Twilight Zone or expanded on the Twilight Zone
Okay.
episode.
Yeah.
And then it said, we're not going to ruin anything for Black Mirror because the episodes that they were talking about for The Simpsons, oh my gosh, they've been out for 20 years or whatever. So they didn't care to spoil them. But they said that Black Mirror was so fresh and they don't want you to go in with knowing anything. So I'm all like, and you know me, movies and TV and just pop culture, that's our shit. So like if I'm hearing enough that something's good, I don't want to hear anything about it. I want to watch it for
I
myself.
feel like Black Mirror is like my perfect description is it's a modern day Twilight Zone.
Yeah, it's for sure. It's
Okay.
modern day Twilight
It's-
Zone.
So like each
Amazing.
episode, it's kind of like its own deal.
Don't storyline.
Yes.
So there's no like overarching like plot,
Mhm.
like no episodes connect to one
It's
another.
completely different,
Yeah.
but I feel like the only similarity is that it's in the future
Okay.
and everything's high tech
Okay.
and it's
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
it's-
You don't have to say no
exactly,
more.
that's
I got
exactly-
you.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Like, it's just
Yeah.
futuristic as fuck.
Damn.
There's this one oh I don't want to ruin it for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna have to watch it. But you know what? I honestly, I think that new type of storytelling is gonna be like pretty great. I mean,
Yeah.
they obviously are taking elements from Twilight Zone, and based on what you're telling me, it kind of
Mhm.
sounds like the American Horror Story, where
Mhm.
each season is its own thing. And I know they tie back to them subtly with like
Yeah.
a character that like bridges over. But I think I like that, like because in stories like what's a good example? Even The Walking Dead. Don't even get me started. That show's terrible. But like Breaking Bad,
Yeah.
like they write themselves into a corner. I mean, you start the series off with knowing that Walter White has cancer. So
Uh-huh.
you can't make 10 seasons on a dude that's like, yo, man, like I had an aunt that had cancer. She didn't
Yeah.
make it that long.
Mhm.
She didn't even get 2 seasons. And
Yeah.
like this dude's getting 10. So they were very self-aware. So that's cool. They were able to end it and it was cool. But with like this new form of storytelling, like American Horror Story or like Black Mirror, it's kind of like we have a story to tell. We know the beginning and we know the end, and then we're going to move on to the next one. So it keeps people interested because I'm sure if there's so many seasons and episodes of like the Twilight Zone and that was successful, I'm sure Black Mirror has, and that this is our generation, it's years to come.
Yeah.
It's years to come. So, oh man. And I know it's like 12 o'clock, but I'm going to have to watch an episode now before I go to
Dude,
bed.
Please do.
I'm going to watch one before
Honestly,
I go to bed.
there's-
I even drive, when I drive to work, I watch TV
Yeah.
anyways.
There's this one in
For like 2 hours.
particular I watch over and over again just because it's about like relationships and I don't want to spoil it, but
Awesome.
it's about
Sad boy 909.
but
Feels.
it's about kind of it really articulates relationships nowadays and how easy it is to physically form and like physically meet somebody, but there's no attachment, there's no really real way of getting to know the person. It's all like pretty much like as far as like Tinder and Bumble, like it's all a huge game. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, you're right.
Bumble's
actually.
the worst.
Even like realistically, it's all a huge game. Like we have text now, we have DMs now, we have Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, there's a disconnect.
Exactly.
there's a disconnect.
There's
Yeah.
no connection. There's all disconnection.
Yeah. And that's so much easier. Like, sorry.
Sometimes, dude, like I wish I was back in the '90s, and homeboy would call me, and I have.
Oh,
Ooh,
man.
I would
I
have-
remember
like,
three
like,
ways?
I would have a phone call
Yeah.
with somebody
Yeah.
rather than like
Dang.
fucking one wording text.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, just call me. Like I want to
Yeah.
hear your voice.
Yeah.
Dang.
And it's
I remember
like,
that shit.
I think what I really like about that particular episode, and I'm not going to tell you which one it is because I don't want to kill it for you, but in that particular episode, it really articulates how it is nowadays and how easy it is to meet somebody, but it also reflects how much you're not really connecting
Invested,
with somebody.
yeah.
Invested and you're not really connecting with somebody because it's so easy and it's like, oh, it's not working out. I'm gonna move on to the next.
Yeah.
You know, it's so easy for. It's
Just,
everything's
yeah.
just really easy.
It's just you were numb to it.
Mhm.
But damn, that phone call thing, that took me back.
Yeah.
Do you remember like when before you call somebody like a girl you liked, but like if she didn't answer, you didn't want her to hit star 68?
Yeah.
So you would put star 69 to block your
Yes,
number.
yes.
You'd block your number, and then you'd call her. And then like on Monday when you went to school, like, did you call me at 4 on Saturday? Like, No.
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 I remember.
Did you want me to?
Me and my homie would like back when the first Xbox came out, you could play music.
Yeah.
So we'd bump the music and call the girls that we like so they could hear the music in the background.
So we're all playing like we're cool.
Fuck, trying to call
Damn.
cool.
No, I remember that, dude.
Damn.
I remember that.
I know.
No, there's a nerd that's coming out.
And then or like
Remember three-way though? I think
yeah,
you
I
had
remember
you
three-way.
flash. You would call the
Flash.
person you want to talk
Yeah.
to. You hit flash. You dial the other number. But then
Dang.
they had. I think before they answered, you had to hit flash again, so both of you would listen to the ring. And then when they
Damn.
didn't answer, it sucked because then it'd be voicemail, and then you had to hang up
Yeah.
and then call your homie
Dial.
back. That shit. There's
I
levels to
wonder
that
if you
shit,
could still
man.
do that.
Nah. You know
No.
what's so
I don't
sad?
know.
You know what's so sad? Okay, so like pound, right?
Yeah.
You know what pound is. My brother told my mom.
Pound is a tic-tac-toe sign.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad that you still said that.
Yeah.
But my brother Aaron was like, he was on the phone or something, and like, Mom, they're telling me to press pound. What do I press? This was like 2 years ago maybe, and she's like, pound, that one. He goes, Mom, that's a hashtag.
Oh,
I was like,
man.
motherfucker, are we literally in a generation? My brother's, I'm probably 6 years older than my brother, but are we literally in a generation where that's what that sign is to them, is a hashtag?
On Twitter, someone posted something saying, "I wish my profile when someone
Oh,
would
I
click on my
sent you that.
profile, it would play a song." And then someone commented right under.
Oh, and there was like someone never heard of MySpace.
So
Yeah,
like,
it was like
we
I-
finally hit the generation where they don't know what
Yeah,
MySpace
no-
what
is.
MySpace is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hit me
Dang.
like, damn. But you know what was funny? I had an older cousin that there was a website. It was called Zanga, and it was like the same kind of gist of MySpace without a song.
Yeah.
But like you had to like be like a programmer. I think it was called Zanga, and it was like you had friends.
Yeah.
You made your own profile about yourself. It was kind of like a resume kind of situation, where kind of like what Facebook is now. But it was like before MySpace, and then when MySpace finally took over, like what 2003, 4 maybe,
even
when MySpace
remember.
just steamrolled everything, that website went away.
Damn.
It couldn't
Oh,
last.
I'm
just-
pretty sure.
I just remember coming home, logging on.
Oh, dude, that
comment,
feeling,
friend
those
request,
endorphins
message.
blasting,
Choosing your new song, try to hide it.
posting a bulletin. Anyone
Yeah.
anyone
I
else
used to
just get
know
home?
I used to know my password and everything. Now I don't know it.
I still know
Yeah.
by heart.
I don't
I had a
know mine.
fake ass email. I had my password I can never change because I can't send it to that email. It was like a girl that I liked in the month that I met her.
Oh,
And
man.
geez, I was such a simp.
Remember-
I was such a simp. It was like someday she's gonna let me NATT. It just
Yeah, never,
Oh,
ever.
man.
I remember at this one time when everyone just started coding, so you won't be able to see comments on your page. You
yeah.
can still go on there, like on the URL, and like type something. And
/ comments.
Yeah, and then
and
they'll
it got
show-
you,
Yeah,
yeah.
it'll show the comments.
That's how people. That was the original way to catch niggas cheating.
Yup.
Yeah,
Good old days.
dude. You know what I remember? I don't know if this is gonna. We'll bleep it out if it does. When we were go to your band practice. Remember band practice?
Okay, I remember band practice.
And you guys all had a joint, fucking MySpace page.
oh.
Oh, damn.
Wait, do you
dude.
remember? Are you talking about
Honest-
the email that we had?
What band were you in?
I was
What
in-
band wasn't this dude in?
Yeah, I was in a
Name,
lot.
name a few.
Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin,
Oh,
you know,
God.
Sex Pistols.
Uh,
I was also a extra cameo in Game of Thrones.
yeah. Two girls, one cup. You held the
Are you
cup.
really? Or you're lying?
What?
You against your cameo?
No.
Are you fucking with me?
You watch Game of Thrones, by the way?
No.
Okay,
No.
we can't be fully friends yet. We can't seal the
Yeah.
deal.
You just
Until-
lost like 4 points.
You know
Yeah, you were up there on the Richter
You know
scale.
what?
You're a critical
You know
mass.
what?
Yeah.
You know what?
What?
The limit does not exist.
You guys are
Yeah, that's close and dear to our hearts.
judgmental
We
right now.
we cried together when a particular. Well, a lot of people die,
Yeah.
but there was one that we both were like, "Yo, did you watch last night? Yeah. Did you cry? Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. Yeah, me too." And that was it.